Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Big for One Gaming here. Welcome back to episode number 20 of Winning a Natty with every team in the game. If you guys did miss last episode, we completed New Mexico in 6 seasons. So as you know, or if you guys are new episode means new team. So let's spin the wheel. Let's see who we get as well. And it looks like it is going to be one of my most hated schools that I hate forever is Kansas State, because I am a Kansas fan. So this actually hurts me that I get to do Kansas State before Kansas. So that's always fun. Let's go to the Big 12. Kansas State is a 3.5-star school, 81 overall. We're going to take over as head coach, and this guy was already an A- as well. 10-4, 9-4. I've known these guys. They do very good against Kansas for over half the time, so I'm sad. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and win a natty with them first. So looking at our coaches as well, I always forget to do this. We have Program Builder, which is always very, very nice, especially with pipelines, as well as less likely to go pro, persuasion attempts, and on the road. And we don't have anything for, we only have one person with recruiter, and it's defense, mostly D-line, linebackers, and secondary. That's good to know. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead, set up the team. Well, I do forget, we always check the roster. I went to the depth chart instead of roster. There we go. Roster. Quarterback, of course, is Avery Johnson, 85 overall. Very, very good quarterback, so we don't need to worry about a quarterback for a couple or at least 2 seasons. Gideon's is an 88. That's actually very solid. We also have Edwards as a 95 speed, 98 acceleration at 85 overall as a sophomore. Wide receiver, pretty good. Got a bunch of freshman red shirts. We even got this guy's a freshman. Got a couple of speed there. Tight ends are good. I really don't think we need much other than offensive line. And maybe some D-line help. We do need some corners. I definitely need corners. And some safeties. And a kicker, technically. But we'll get that when we get there. But I'm going to go ahead, set up the recruiting board, go through Season 1. I'll see everyone at the end of Season number 1 here with Kansas State. And here we are at the end of Season number 1 here with Kansas State. We faced number 9 UCF. We didn't face them in the season. Only loss came against Oklahoma State, 35-28. I mean, we beat Arizona. We beat West Virginia, Kansas, who was ranked. So a couple good ranked wins. The only loss came against a 7-5 team. But other than that, it's been a solid season from Kansas State here. And let's see if we win, we get a first-round bye. A loss, then it's another season, which... to be honest, I'm kind of surprised we even got this far. We are 11-2. So we did lose the game against UCF. We did get a Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week, yet 7 catches, 107 yards, and we don't get the win. Will Howard, though, does get the Heisman Trophy in year 1 in this dynasty, and we do face Tennessee in the college football playoff as the 8 seed coming into it. So we did lose 21-17. That does suck. They'd get the 3 seed as well. If we probably would have won, we probably would have the 3 seed, to be honest with you, but we dropped down to 9 instead. App State, South Carolina, Ohio State, UCF, NC State with the automatic qualifiers, with Oregon, Kansas State, Tennessee, LSU, Notre Dame, Rutgers, and Georgia getting the at-large bids. So now, obviously, we got to win a game here against Tennessee. If we win, we move on. A loss, and it's another season, which I'm surprised we made it year 1 with Kansas State. If you guys did miss our Ball State dynasty in year 2, Kansas State did win it all that year over us. So they're a pretty good team. It only took 2 seasons for that simulation. But let's go ahead and this simulation, sim quarter by quarter here in Tennessee. Tennessee begins with a touchdown. We counter with one of our own. And it's 7-7 at the end of 1, but we are driving in the second quarter, and we kick a field goal. So 14-10 now 17-14. And it's 19-14 at the half. Very solid second quarter for us. And now it's 22-17 going into the fourth. A touchdown, they take a lead. But they got to punt the football, and we're already all in field goal range, and we're going to get a touchdown to make this a 12-point game. Tennessee's got to make something shake. It's 4th down and 10. They don't get it. Kansas State up 32-17. We're just going to fast forward from now on. It's 32-24, and that's going to do it here against Tennessee. We're going to win in Tennessee 32-24. That means we've got to face the number 1 team coming into it. But we do get the win over Tennessee, and that means we go to the second round in the college football playoff, which is very, very nice. We actually even level up as well, which is kind of nice. We'll take the playoff game winner. Was hoping to win the Big 12. Did not play in round 1, but you never know. Hey, we got a man named Christmas. Let's go. 4-star corner commits to the school. That's always fun. And now we have to play Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. That's not what we need. But, yeah, game number 2 here against Ohio State. They're ranked number 1 for a reason. They're 89 overall. I believe that's probably around the overall that you need to win these championships. I don't think I've won it before. That's less than 89 overall. But we shall see. But playing Ohio State here. Let's see how we do. Let's go quarter by quarter. On our first drive, it's nothing. Ohio State gets a touchdown, so it's 7-0 at the end of 1 here with Ohio State. It's still 7-0, now 14-0. It is 14-7 going into half, so we do cut the lead in half. Defense is playing well in the 2 drives, and now we force a couple stops in a row. It's 14-7 in the 4th. And we're 3rd and goal from the 1. We get in. It's a tie game in the 4th quarter here against Ohio State. 3rd and 6. There's a penalty. They get a touchdown immediately. 1st down and 10. Now 2nd down and 10 after a pass is knocked away. Now it's a gain of 4. And then a gain of 3. So 4th down and 3. We do get the first. Still 2:11 on the clock. Gain of 15. 2-minute timeout. We're 1st and goal. Now 2nd and goal. 4th and goal. We get a touchdown on 4th and goal from the 17 to tie the game up at 21. They don't do anything with the football. We're going into overtime. Ohio State's going to get the ball first. 3rd down and inches. They don't get it. They're going to kick a field goal. So now all we need to do is get a touchdown. That's a huge gain of 29. It's 2nd down and goal from the 4, and Kansas State is going to upset Ohio State. We're moving on to the semifinal game in year number 1 with Kansas State. That is unbelievable. 14 points in the 4th quarter to tie it, especially with a minute left, and then forcing a stop on defense, getting a stop in overtime as well. And we are going to the semifinal game. Who are we going to have a chance on playing? It's going to be between App State or South Carolina. This is a big thing here. A win? We're going to the national championship, which is insane. Kansas State has a chance to set the record, and we are facing South Carolina. I mean, let's just go right into it. You know, I mean, they're still technically the better team, but we've beaten way better teams already. Tennessee was better than us. Ohio State was head and shoulders better than us in overalls. We pull off both upsets. And now here we are, semifinal game against South Carolina. Let's do it. Let's go quarter by quarter. First quarter, our first drive ends in a turnover. They get a field goal on their second drive to go up 3-0 at the end of 1. Still now going into the second quarter, 10-0, now 17-0. And this is where it might end for Kansas State. 17-0 going into half. It's now 24-0, and it's going to get even worse. I think we're just going to go ahead and sim it by the quarter. It's 31-0. There's just no point of even watching it now. It's 31-7, so we do score. But, man, South Carolina was on a different level on this game. They beat Kansas State 31-7. But it was a hell of a ride. I mean, getting 2 wins. Just unfortunately, we had to go against a really good South Carolina team that proved why they should be there. We're going to go ahead and simulate to the end of the season recap, see who wins the national title game between South Carolina and one of the other teams on the bottom. We do go 13-3, and everything goes up, which is very, very nice. We love to see that. And it was Georgia defeating South Carolina 42-21. They took out Rutgers, NC State, and UCF. So great, and congrats to Georgia for winning year number 1. But that's the end of it for Kansas State for year number 1. It's going to be on to season number 2. And here we are in season number 2 with Kansas State. We go 10-2, but do not get a conference championship. Both of our losses came against the Big 12 opponents. We had a very solid start to the season. Then we had to kind of have a late season collapse. We lost to Utah and lost to Oklahoma State. We blew out Colorado, we blew out Kansas, and we blew out Iowa State. But we're nowhere close to being in the top 12 as well, along with a conference championship. Cincinnati goes 7-2 as well. We didn't play them. Arizona went 11-1, 9-0 in the conference. It's just unfortunate, but season 2 is going to end in a dud. I guess we'll just advance the week just to see how we do in a way. That's about it. We go for the 14th in the nation. That's going to be 2 away. But yeah, that's just a tough. We'll be facing Illinois in the Alamo Bowl. But yep, we're just going to go ahead and simulate to the end of the season recap. See how we do. Or see who wins it all. We'll go over the college football playoff like we normally do. Unfortunately, after going to the semifinals last year, we don't go in year number 2. So hopefully year number 3 is going to be the thing for K-State here. So they won't have a chance to tie the record, but they at least can be a tie with some other people. We do win. We go 11-2 on the season. We do win the Alamo Bowl. And Alabama beats Tulane in the national championship game. What a season, to be honest with you. That's insane for Tulane. Beat LSU, beat Michigan, and went toe-to-toe with Alabama, too. But Cincinnati, Tulane, Michigan, Virginia Tech, and Georgia made it as the automatic qualifiers, with LSU, Ohio State, Arizona, Texas, Boston College, Wisconsin, and Alabama making it as the at-large bid. So Cincinnati did end up winning the Big 12, and Arizona lost. So that's actually kind of big for them. But anyways, that's going to be the end of season number 2. Going to be on to season number 3. And here we are at the end of season number 3 with Kansas State. We go 11-1, a very, very solid season. Our only one loss came against Louisiana Tech at the very beginning of the season. Then we go on an 11-win streak, beating Washington State, Tulane, Oklahoma State, TCU, barely, Arizona State, barely. Cincinnati beat number 4 Arizona, 15 Colorado. And now we got to face UCF as well. And just taking a look at the conference taking a look at the top 25, Kansas State, Arizona, and UCF, literally 3 in the Big 12 are 2, 3, and 4. So it's kind of insane. And you also had Oklahoma, who's a former Big 12 team. But then pretty much after that, nothing really. But we do end up winning the Big 12. TCU's 19 and Colorado's 15. So the top 5 teams in the Big 12 are all ranked, and 3 of them are in the top 5. So it all depends on if we win this game to get a bye. So hopefully we can. If we don't, we're still making the college football playoff, and hopefully season 3 can get it done for Kansas State. We did lose, so we go 11-2 on the season. So we won't be going as in the first round bye. So we'll have to probably be the 5 coming into it, I think. Maybe the 4, maybe the 6th. Ja'Cory Brown, who had only 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and 2,900 yards, wins the Heisman. I guess he had a lot of rushing yards then. But Gus Hawkins with the best interior lineman. That's cool. And we are facing Georgia in the college football playoff. So that's fun. But taking a look at it, Pittsburgh, San Diego State, UCF, Michigan, and Oklahoma made it as the automatic qualifiers, with Arizona, Notre Dame, Tennessee, Georgia, us, Kansas State, Washington, and Ohio State all making it as the at-large bids. So we are 1 away from being the 3 or the 5 facing Pitt and then San Diego State and then the winner of like UCF or Notre Dame and Tennessee. But We got a lot harder schedule now, but anywho. Yeah, let's get it started. Georgia, Kansas State. They're the 11th seed coming in. I guess 11 overall, or the 11th in the nation. But they're 90 overall. We are in 89, so they're a little bit better than us. Let's see how this works, and let's see how we can do here in round 1 of the college football playoff. A win, and we're going to face Michigan. We are going to be at home, which is really, really nice. So we're going to have that home field advantage here against Georgia. Let's go quarter by quarter. Georgia punts, and we get a touchdown on one play. Now another touchdown, so it's 14-7 here at the end of 1. We start with the ball. Unfortunately, we do have to punt. They get a field goal to make this a 4-point game. Now it's back to a 7. Now it's back to a 4 after 3 straight field goals. Third quarter, still nothing. Still 17-14. Now 24-13 here in the 4th. And let's go play by play now. First down and goal after a huge run. Third and goal, which could take the field goal, and we're up 14 points. They don't get a 4th down conversion. We kick another field goal, so it's a 3-score game with 2:30 to go. However, Georgia does get a touchdown to make this 30-20, and we get a touchdown immediately after that too. It just didn't even show up, but we're going to win 37-20 over Georgia. A dominant performance at home, scoring 20 points in the second half compared to their 7. That was the reason why we won. So we'll take that all day long. Now we go to face Michigan in our next bowl game. And hopefully we have a easier time against Michigan. An even easier time, I should say. I was right again. It was right, Michigan, right? Was I wrong? No, it was right. It was Michigan. Oklahoma is the other one. So on to Michigan. On to Michigan. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of stuff popping up here. We get the Orange Bowl here with Michigan. So let's get started with Michigan. They're ranked 9th in the top 25, 3rd in the college football playoff. They're 90 overall. We are in 89. Let's see if we can't, hopefully, get this win here in the Orange Bowl. A win would bring us to the semifinals to face the winner of like Oklahoma and somebody else. I didn't see who it was. Let's go quarter by quarter, though. Kansas State does get a first touchdown, and it's 7-3 at the end of 1. Still nothing doing, though, for both sides after that. Now a touchdown for Michigan, and we get a touchdown just before half to go up 14-10. Still 14-10 here in the 3rd, and a fumble. It's 21-10 here in the 4th quarter with Michigan having the ball and going for it on 4th down and long and getting it as well. 4th and inches, they just kick a field goal to make this an 8-point game. So all we now need to do is get a first down and get into field goal range, and that's a big 16-yard gain. It's up to the 40, but how about a 27-yard run by Joe Jackson? 3rd down 11, and we fumble the football. Had a chance, but we force just a complete, I don't know what happened. I guess they threw it 3 times, all incomplete, and we force a 4 and out pretty much. They do get a touchdown, but that's going to do it. Michigan is going to lose by 3. They do get the 2-point conversion to make this 24-21. They did score a touchdown with zeros on the clock. But we're going to win. We're going to win in the Orange Bowl. We're moving on to the semifinals. And let's see who we play here in the semifinals. Of course, we are the quarterfinal playoff game winners. Let's advance the week to next week. And again, it's Oklahoma or somebody else. Of course, we can get the player of the weeks, maybe 1 or 2. We get the National Defensive Player of the Week. So that's cool. And we get Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week. And we have to face Oklahoma in the Sugar Bowl. So, taking a look, they beat Ohio State 28-21. Pitt is on a run, and UCF lost as well. So, Pitt beat Arizona, and now they got to face Tennessee, and with us facing Oklahoma. So here we go with Oklahoma. They're the number 2 in the top 25. We are number 4. I believe they're also number 2 in the college football playoff. But they're 90 overall. We're in 89. A lot of 90 overalls we've had to face so far. So let's see how we do here against Oklahoma in the former Big 12 matchup here. Now Oklahoma's part of the SEC, which is still very weird to say. Still super weird. But anyways, let's go ahead and get this started. Let's go quarter by quarter. Oklahoma's going to start with the ball, do nothing with it, and we get a touchdown after that as well. Oklahoma does as well to make this 7-7. Here going in the second quarter, it's 14-7. Now 14-14. Now 21-14. A lot of touchdowns in this game. And we're at the half, up 7. Starting with the ball, we don't do anything, but we get another turnover. 28-21 going into the fourth. Third down and 4, we get a big first down. And now a touchdown to bring up 14 points here in the fourth. Oklahoma is taking a lot of time. They get a first down off a penalty. That's not what we wanted. But we're driving quickly down the field. Under 2 to go. We ran the ball. We get a field goal to go up 10. We waste all their timeouts. And that is going to do it against Oklahoma. We're going to beat them in the Sugar Bowl. And Kansas State in the third season, we are going to the national championship. And let's see if we can win it all this season against either Pitt or Tennessee. Fun fact, we've already done Pitt. They actually were the ones who set an old record before. But we have yet to do Tennessee. We haven't really had a big SEC team, if I remember correctly. Maybe we've had one. I know I've had a couple ACC teams so far. But we're 14-2. The national championship. We're going to get all the player of the weeks because we're the only ones that are playing. And we are facing Tennessee in the national championship game. So, let's get it started. Tennessee, Kansas State. What's their overall? They're an 87. We are an 89. This time we have the overall advantage compared to the other 3 games where we didn't. We were the underdogs. So let's see if we can win it. Third season here with Kansas State. Let's get it started quarter by quarter. They start with ball first, get a touchdown. Our first drive ends in a field goal to make the 7-3 at the end of 1. And it's 10-3 now. Now 10-6. And at the half, it's 10-6. They don't get anything on that long drive. And we get our first touchdown of the game, 13-10. Let's go play by play here in the fourth. A big 26-yard reception. It's third and goal. And we get a touchdown to go up 2 scores here on Tennessee. They go for it on 4th and 4 to get a big first down. So they're still driving, but taking up a lot of time. Under 3 to go. It's now almost under 2 to go. We just hit under 2. They finally score. And they have 3 timeouts to try to stop us. We get a first down. That is going to do it. Kansas State in 3 seasons has done it. I'm kind of upset. I wanted Kansas to be the first one that I take over and get a national championship because I am a Kansas fan. But there's that with Kansas State, I guess, with 3 seasons with Kansas State. Again, would have tied an old record, but unfortunately, this is not the record. But Kansas State wins it all in 3 seasons. We'll, of course, go over the stats of the season as we always do at the season where we win it all. We can see we actually did have, I believe, Avery Johnson went to the league in like last year as well, so we didn't even have him this year. And I think he would have made even the team better as well because we had Jacob, 3,800 yards, 39 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Rushing-wise, Edwards, 892 for 6, led the team. Spradley Dims had 845. Brown had 817. And Quentin Rice had 800 yards with 18 touchdowns. That's insane. Defensive-wise, Newsom led the team with 87 tackles. Allen led with 12 tackles for a loss. Van Wy, I believe that's how you say that name, with 13 sacks. Newsom had 2 interceptions, and Stonebreaker, what a name. That's a great name, with 2 interceptions. Pepper led the team with 7 deflections, had multiple fumbles or forced fumbles, and we had a guy that covered 6 recoveries. We even had 4 blocked kicks, no safeties, and no defensive touchdowns, which is kind of weird. Kicking-wise, we were perfect on extra points, but we actually missed 5 field goals. Do we have any returns for touchdowns? I don't think we did. No, we didn't. So, but that's going to do it for the episode. Hope you guys did enjoy Kansas State getting it in 3 seasons. If you guys did, hit that like button down below. If you guys are new, hit the subscribe button. And if you guys missed any of the old episodes, click that box in the right corner. You can see all of the episodes from our winning national championship with every team in the game. Next week, or not next week, because that will be... But yeah, hopefully in 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks from now. We'll be winning national championships every Monday and Wednesday because our Zoo Overall Dynasty will be ending on Monday. We'll still have Ball State on Tuesday and Thursday, at least until next week, because we will be into bowl games with that as well. So maybe even we see Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Who knows? Because we're going to get some one-and-done years that I can get these done pretty quickly. But anywho, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Hope you guys had a great New Year's and great holiday over this past week and a half or 2 since it's been, all that. But, yeah, I'm out. Peace.